It is heartbreaking to accept that family can sometimes become the source of pain. Ideally, family offers love, protection, and support, a place where we can be our true selves without fear. Yet for some, this image of family feels like a distant dream. Instead of being a source of comfort, certain family members bring stress, create unnecessary tension, or even actively work to undermine you. These actions often come from jealousy or their own feelings of inadequacy. They may see your efforts to improve yourself or your success, and instead of offering support, they try to pull you down. It is important to understand how these harmful dynamics form. Family members who behave in toxic ways often justify their actions by the closeness of the relationship, believing that shared blood gives them the right to control or mistreat you. They have been part of your life from the beginning, have witnessed your growth and challenges, and yet sometimes become the very ones who hold you back. Recognizing these patterns is not easy, but it is a necessary step to protect your peace of mind. Not all family relationships are rooted in love or respect, and freeing yourself from the expectation that they should be can be liberating. Healthy connections, whether with family or others, are built on mutual care and encouragement. It is okay to prioritize your well-being and distance yourself from those who do not align with that vision. Some families believe their connection to you gives them the freedom to behave however they want and expect you to tolerate it without question. They have seen you at your weakest moments, and now that you have worked hard to improve yourself and take a different path, their attitude may change. Instead of feeling proud of your growth, they may see it as a threat. They accuse you of thinking you are better than them just because you chose a life that doesn't match theirs. This jealousy can turn affection into rivalry and pull you into a painful emotional struggle. Family relationships can sometimes be more harmful than challenges with friends or colleagues. These are not distant connections, they are people deeply intertwined with your life. Yet it is not uncommon for trust within these bonds to break. Sibling rivalries that escalate into constant conflict, distant relatives who create unnecessary drama, or parents who criticize instead of support are all toxic behaviors. Even worse is how society often normalizes these patterns, when in truth, they should never be considered acceptable. The pain cuts the deepest when it comes from those you depend on most, such as your parents. These are the people meant to guide and uplift you, but instead, they can become your harshest critics. They may belittle your choices, downplay your achievements, or make you doubt yourself, not because of anything you did, but because of their own fears, insecurities, or unresolved struggles. Their pain becomes yours, creating a toxic cycle. Breaking free from this cycle begins by recognizing it for what it is. You are not responsible for the negativity others project onto you. Accepting this truth allows you to set boundaries, protect your peace, and focus on relationships that truly support and respect you. Some families, especially those with unhealthy dynamics, create division through manipulation, secrecy, and favoritism. In such environments, narcissistic parents may pit siblings against one another, favoring one as the golden child while labeling another as the scapegoat. Growing up in such an atmosphere feels suffocating and unfair, leaving deep emotional scars for those constantly blamed or ignored. Being branded as the scapegoat or the black sheep is deeply isolating. It's more than just frustrating, it's emotionally damaging. Constant criticism, blame, and exclusion make you question your worth. Sadly, many families justify these toxic patterns as just the way things are, ignoring the real harm they cause. No matter how common these behaviors may seem, they are far from acceptable. When you begin to reject unhealthy family dynamics, it often makes others uncomfortable. Your refusal to conform to the status quo can lead to labels like rebellious or difficult. They may try to portray you as the problem simply because you no longer tolerate their toxic ways. But standing firm and breaking free from these patterns is not only okay, it is essential for your well-being. Toxic family relationships often come with hidden costs. Support or help might be tied to their control. If you resist, they may retaliate by spreading rumors, twisting stories, or turning relatives against you. They might involve distant family members and manipulate them into believing their side of the story, even if those relatives barely know the truth. Toxic family behavior can range from subtle manipulation to open hostility, leaving deep emotional wounds that take years to heal. In such situations, family begins to feel less like a source of love and more like a weight holding you down. Escaping this cycle is challenging but crucial for your peace of mind. You owe no loyalty to dysfunction, your loyalty belongs to your own healing and growth. The saying, "blood is thicker than water," often loses meaning in the face of toxic family dynamics. Many of us grew up in homes lacking care, where emotional strain caused lasting harm. Now, as you work to heal and create a better life, some family members may resent your progress. They might accuse you of acting superior, not because you wronged them, but because your growth makes them uncomfortable with their own stagnation. Breaking the cycle of generational toxicity can feel isolating. These harmful patterns didn't start with you, they've been passed down for years. But you've made the choice to stop the cycle, to bring change, even if it disrupts the status quo. That decision often provokes resentment and hostility from relatives unwilling to face their own issues. They may call you rebellious or accuse you of turning your back on the family, but in truth, you are the one brave enough to bring transformation. Standing against toxic dynamics often triggers backlash. Relatives may exploit your kindness, dismiss your progress, or gossip behind your back. They justify their actions with excuses like, "we're family," as if shared blood excuses bad behavior. But being family gives no one the right to mistreat you or sabotage your happiness. Not all families are defined by negativity, many are built on love, kindness, and mutual respect, and those should always be cherished. But for those who come from toxic family environments, the experience can be overwhelming. In such families, some relatives seem to find joy in others' hardships. They gossip, spread lies, or even appear to celebrate your struggles. Whether it's distant relatives, in-laws, or immediate family members, not everyone will support your success or happiness. For those navigating such challenges, the most effective path forward is setting clear boundaries, focusing on personal growth, and limiting contact with those who don't value or respect you. Your peace of mind matters, and it is something worth protecting at all costs. Family dynamics can become difficult when new members such as in-laws, step-parents, or extended relatives enter the picture. They may judge or exclude you unfairly because you don't fit into their norms, making you feel like an outsider. While this can be painful, reclaiming your self-worth and setting boundaries can change the situation. Once you stand firm, others may begin to reflect on their behavior and question their actions. Toxic family relationships are often unpredictable and emotionally draining. There is no single solution, but focusing on what supports your well-being is essential. Some relationships can improve with effort, while others may require you to walk away completely. Reflect on what feels right, and align your choices with the life you wish to create. Protecting your peace, even from family, is your right. If you have begun creating your own family, whether with a partner, children, or a close circle of friends, nurture them. Build a home filled with love and positivity. You do not need validation from those who devalue you. Instead, focus on relationships that bring joy and growth. Life is too short to maintain toxic connections. Choose relationships that uplift you, and work toward creating a peaceful and fulfilling future for yourself. Welcome to today's discussion. We are diving deep into the unseen forces that drain our personal energy and exploring how we can reclaim it from the grasp of systemic manipulation. Every day, subtly and continuously, the societal systems we navigate are not just designed to guide us, but to extract our vital energy, leaving us drained and compliant. Today, we will uncover these mechanisms and equip ourselves with strategies to regain control and live on our own terms. Let us take a closer look at the everyday mechanisms that influence our lives. The system begins its engagement from the very moment we wake up. The alarm clock that interrupts our sleep is the first signal pushing us into a day orchestrated by external demands. This first interaction is subtle yet powerful, setting the tone for a day ruled by schedules and responsibilities defined not by personal rhythms or needs, but by social expectations and professional obligations. Our mornings, which could be a time for reflection or calm preparation, are instead rushed and stressful, filled with checking emails and social media notifications almost immediately. These notifications are not mere alerts, they are hooks designed to capture our attention and draw us into a world of constant engagement. Every beep and buzz is carefully engineered to exploit our curiosity and fear of missing out, keeping us tethered to our devices. This constant connectivity fragments our focus and drains our mental energy before the workday even begins. Amidst all this, consumer culture plays its part, presenting an endless stream of advertisements and promotions that push us to acquire things we rarely need but are convinced to desire. This creates a loop of earning to spend, where our financial resources are directed toward accumulating goods rather than enriching experiences or savings. The workplace further amplifies this exploitation of our energy. Modern work culture often blurs the boundaries between personal and professional time, with an expectation of constant availability. This demand extends beyond high-pressure roles, it has infiltrated nearly every level of the workforce. Meetings, deadlines, and performance metrics dominate our hours, often bleeding into the time meant for rest and recovery. This relentless demand on our mental and emotional resources leaves little room for personal growth, family interaction, or adequate rest, perpetuating a cycle of exhaustion and diminished productivity outside of work. Now, let us explore the mechanisms of this energy drain. Our daily routines, structured by social norms, often leave little space for self-reflection or growth. Consumer culture bombards us with the message that happiness can be bought, leading to endless cycles of consumption that drain not only our wallets but also our spirit. Life in cities, with its fast pace and constant noise, saps our energy and disconnects us from our natural rhythms. The system skillfully uses fear as a primary mechanism to maintain control. By amplifying threats, whether economic downturns, health crises, or security concerns, it captures our attention and polarizes our perceptions. This constant state of fear is no accident, it is a carefully curated part of a narrative that keeps individuals too anxious to question the deeper workings of the system. When we are afraid, our survival instincts activate, and our thinking narrows. In such an environment, it becomes difficult to think critically or consider alternative perspectives, as the immediate priority becomes personal and family safety. Furthermore, divisions within society serve as smokescreens that conceal the underlying mechanisms that could unite us toward change. These divisions are not mere byproducts of differing opinions, they are often fueled by the system itself to keep the population fragmented. Political, racial, and economic divides receive the most media attention and public debate, ensuring that ordinary citizens are more likely to play the blame game than address the root causes of their struggles. This divide-and-conquer strategy has been used throughout history to control populations and remains effective in keeping people busy fighting each other instead of challenging the status quo. Recognizing the real issues that connect us becomes difficult under these conditions. Instead of seeing the common ground that unites us, like economic injustice or universal human rights, people are funneled into echo chambers that reinforce their fears and biases. Social media, news outlets, and even education systems can continue to fuel these divisions, making it increasingly hard to see beyond our immediate surroundings. When we are constantly fed narratives emphasizing our differences rather than our similarities, the potential for collective action and social understanding is greatly reduced. But there is hope. We can reclaim our energy. It begins with disconnecting from fear-based narratives and reducing media consumption, which often serves as a pipeline for these draining influences. Engage more in creativity and connect with nature, activities that replenish your energy and redirect your focus away from chaos. In today's digital era, taking proactive steps to manage your digital exposure is essential. One effective method is to designate specific times during the day to check emails and social media accounts. This approach minimizes constant distractions that disrupt focus and drain energy. Instead of reacting to every notification instantly, create a structured schedule that dedicates time for such tasks, allowing you to focus on more important matters without interruptions. By doing so, you not only regain control over your time but also reduce the stress and anxiety caused by the constant demand for immediate responses. Engaging in creative activities can be a transformative way to enrich your life and provide a break from the monotony of daily routines. Whether painting, writing, gardening, or any other form of creative expression, these activities offer a therapeutic outlet for exploring thoughts and emotions constructively. Taking time for creativity helps develop new skills and fosters a sense of accomplishment and personal satisfaction. This can greatly benefit mental health, allowing you to express yourself in ways that daily interactions may not. Creative pursuits provide a channel for processing emotions and can lead to deeper self-understanding and a greater sense of purpose. Decluttering is another practical step with profound effects on your physical and mental well-being. A cluttered environment can be a source of stress and distraction, making it hard to focus and function effectively. By organizing and clearing your physical space, you create a calmer, more supportive environment conducive to both productivity and relaxation. Equally important is decluttering your mental space. This may involve meditation, journaling, or spending quiet time in nature to clear your mind. A clear mind is better equipped for critical thinking and decision-making, leading to improved stress management and overall mental health. Together, these practices enhance clarity, energy, and your ability to navigate the complexities of everyday life more effectively. Building a new path means creating a lifestyle that truly aligns with your values, not those dictated by societal expectations. This requires ongoing effort and awareness. Regularly assess where your energy is going and make adjustments when needed to ensure that you are living authentically. Understanding the systematic exploitation of our energy is vital for recognizing the invisible forces shaping our daily lives. By becoming aware of how our routines and social norms are designed to keep us trapped in cycles of consumption and productivity, we can begin to question and challenge these structures. This awareness is the first step toward making informed choices about how we spend our time and where we invest our mental and emotional energy. Once we understand the mechanisms at play, we are better equipped to make changes that align with our personal values and goals instead of merely reacting to external demands. Empowering yourself to break free from these systemic constraints is a transformative process that requires courage and persistence. It involves consciously choosing to live on your own terms, setting boundaries at work, prioritizing personal well-being, and pursuing lifestyle changes that foster true happiness and fulfillment. This could mean following your passions, spending more time with loved ones, or engaging in community service. By choosing actions and commitments that align with your inner self, you reclaim your energy from the system and redirect it toward building a life that is not only successful but also meaningful and satisfying. Taking immediate steps to reclaim your energy sets a powerful example for others and can inspire them to reflect on their own lives. Sharing your journey and the changes you've made can motivate friends, family, and colleagues to evaluate their own circumstances and consider how they too might free themselves from exploitative cycles. Whether through conversations, social media, or community spaces, spreading the message of personal empowerment and self-determination can ignite broader social transformation. Every individual effort to regain autonomy contributes to a collective movement toward a more conscious, balanced way of living, one where energy is not just used to survive within the system but to thrive beyond it. Let us unite in this movement to free ourselves from systemic manipulation. Before you leave, type 777 in the comments to affirm your commitment to reclaiming your personal energy and breaking free from these invisible chains. Thank you for joining today, and let us continue walking together on this path toward freedom and authenticity.